Rahman, pursuing BA from Adamas University. How are you people? You're doing well? Okay, that's really good. Okay, before this is a session which has been devoted on the very chapter, one of the textbook, one of the chapter from your textbook, that is Fable. Fable is a poem which was written by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Before jumping into the very context, I would tell you what am I going to deliver in this very session. Firstly, I'll give you a brief summary. I'll talk briefly about the biography of the author. Then I'll provide you the gist of this writing. Thirdly, I'll go for the format. It means I'll provide you the format of this poem. Then finally, I'll talk some of the important or the relevance of this topic. So guys, you can see, is this visible? Hope so. Okay, is it visible? Thank you. Emerson, Ralph Waldo Emerson is one of the leading figure of transcendentalist movements, along with his friends. Those are Sir David Thoreau, then Nathaniel Hawthorne, as well as Walt Whitman. These are the people who had contributed in the movement of transcendentalism. So transcendentalism is very, very important because it has a lot more impact, a lot of impact on the writings of the later writers. Emerson is a believer. Emerson is a lecturer because he used to speak in public sphere. It means that he is a public face or public. He is a speaker. He is a poet as well as a essayist. Most of his most of his lectures that he had delivered were later published, and those we are reading as his essays. So Emerson was a believer of Patheist approach. Do you know what is Patheist approach? Okay, I'm writing this down. Okay, I'm telling you here. Patheist means people who believed that God, it means the divinity, or the universe. It means the universe means reality. So God, or it means divinity or reality are connected, or it means they are identical. They couldn't be separated from one another. This is the main belief. And why am I saying this? I will tell you on the later session. Is it clear? Okay. So the fable, you can see this very title of this poem denotes that fable. What do you mean by fable? Do you guys know what does this line refer? Sorry, what does this title refer? Okay, fable is a poem. Fable is a short story. The title fable is a short story. Short story, it could be written either in verse form, it means in poetical lines, or it could also be written in prose form. So here the main essence is the moral. It provides something, a moral lesson. There's something to learn. All right. Then in fable, most of these stories in fables are basically the enactment, or they shows the animals, and characters are basically animals. It means inanimate or animate objects. So these are the main criteria of fable. So this poem is written in a form of fable. This poem, the storyline of this poem goes like this. It means described a conversation between, it means first a mountain and a squirrel were quarreling because they were quarreling according to their perception. Alright. So here mountain is pointing out that the squirrel is little, which is why he is calling him addressing him as a little prig. So here they are having a quarrel. So here the squirrel is having a very witty reply. He said, I know I am tiny. I know you are very huge. It means unlike, we are not alike. So we have different personalities. You carry on your back the entire mountain. You are carrying the entire hill. It means you are carrying on your back hills. It means you are having burdens on your back. It means you are carrying hills, trees, lakes, whatever. But the thing that you can do, I may not do. But what I can do, you couldn't. As I am quite energetic, I can move from one place to another, but you cannot. Because you are rigid, you have to stay on a single place. More than that, I can crack a nut, which you couldn't. But here the thing, what the crack, the nut that I am eating, that I brought, or I am having, this are the result. What you are having, it still we are having some correlations with it, still with each other. So you should not see, so you should be quite down to earth to me. You should not see down to me, because the tree that you are having, it is a result of the nuts that people or that other species had brought there, and now you are enjoying it, which is why you are completed because some of the contributions that others are having. More than that, the squirrel here also noted some of the important, another thing that has to be noted down, that here the squirrel is saying, that a year can be completed after 12 months, 365 days. It also has contributions of different seasons like rainy, autumn, summer, winter, all this. So you should be very thankful for everything. Here with the help of these two characters, the author is trying to do what? He is trying to give you a moral lesson. He is trying to give you something important. That is, that each and every individual in this entire world, being or not being, it means living or non-living, big or small, has a particular reason, has their own reason of existence. So we should not demonize someone else's, or we should not think like it, we should always be thankful for each and every species in this world, because extinction of a particular species can disbalance the entire universe. So we should be very thankful and we should share this. It means the equality has been taught. The main theme of this poem is first equality. Equality should be taught. Equality should be, there must be equal perception, which is why I was saying, which is why at the very previous, very initial session, I said that God plus universe are related. Why Emerson believed in this very phase? Because Emerson believed, the author is trying to do what? That God, it means the divinity is not separate from the universe. It means not separate from the reality. Every species, according to this, like on this basis, you can understand each and every species has their own quality, has their own role to play in our own life. So they are contributing lots to help us it means help us for our further necessities. Okay, this means this is a life cycle. So this life cycle can be only completed with the help of different organisms or different species. So trees, everything is required to complete this circle. Now let's talk about the format of this poem. What do you think? How many poems? How many lines are there in this poem? Okay, thank you. 19 lines. All right. Do you know what is stanza? This entire poem has been written in only one stanza. Good. So only in one stanza. This poem has a rhythm. Is there a rhyme scheme? Could you see? Yeah, of course. The last two lines, especially each lines, are having rhyming schemes, but some of the lines are not. As the rhyme scheme goes like A A B B, A A B B C B, D D E E F J K J K. All right. So this is the rhyming scheme. Then why this scheme are not parallel? Because here, do you have any idea, guys? Okay. The answer is, alright, let me tell you. So this basically the author is trying to do it. Of course the writer is doing what? The writer is trying to emphasize on the chains of emotion from one place to another. It means shifting emotion from one line to another. So this is very important. This is very important because the entire chapter tells us some about the life process. Okay, then relevant. Why is it important? What is the relevance of this poem? What have you understood from this very poem? The relevance is that each and every individual has a quality, has different quality, and has their own reasons of existence, right? So we should always be down to earth. It means we should not be pretentious, or we should always respect other spaces, others importance. We should not see we should not discrimination has been taught in this very point. So discrimination should not be there. It means you should have a equal status. Even you should give this square status to each and everything. Even there someone is not having the qualities like you should always be down to earth. And with this aspect, with this chapter, I am concluding this very chapter with it. So thank you so much for being with me.